Horror games are one of the biggest genres in gaming. When you feel the fright, the anticipation, the adrenaline rush, that's when you know your money is well spent. Speaking of money, some of these games are really expensive. And let's be honest, you're not gonna play a horror game 24/7. Spending $40 on a game that you're gonna play once a week does not feel reasonable. There are a lot of free games on Steam, and some of those games are not that good. Waiting for a 30 GB game and then realizing it's not a good game, that's not a good day. Well, we've compiled the top 9 free horror games on Steam. Hey everyone, this is Bilal Masood and welcome to another episode of Play Palette. At number 9, we have Anne. Anne is a free-to-play 2D horror adventure game, developed and published by Wrong. Players take on the role of Anne, an art student who finds herself trapped in her school after accidentally breaking one of the school rules. With the help of the school's security guard, Anne must navigate her way out of the school and uncover the secrets of the school before she becomes a permanent resident. The game is played from a side-scrolling perspective, and players must use Anne's environment to solve puzzles and escape from the school. The game is also filled with jump scares and creepy atmospheres. Anne has been praised for its unique art style, creepy atmosphere, and suspenseful gameplay. However, the game also has been criticized for its short length and lack of originality. Number 8 is Alpha Polaris. This game is a point-and-click horror adventure game developed by a Finnish company, Turomil Games, and published by Just a Game. It was released in 2018 for Microsoft Windows, macOS, and Linux. This game is set in the remote and icy Arctic, where a group of scientists have discovered an ancient alien artifact. The artifact begins to emit strange signals, which causes the scientists to experience hallucinations and paranoia. The player takes on the role of one of the scientists, who must explore the research station and uncover the mystery of the artifact before it's too late. This game is an atmospheric and suspenseful game that draws inspiration from Lovecraftian horror and Inuit mythology. The game's hand-painted art style and its use of sound and music create a chilling and immersive experience. The game is also notable for its slow-burning narrative, which gradually reveals the secrets of the artifact and the fate of the scientists. At number 7, we have At Home Alone Final. This game is a relaxing and heartwarming pixel art game that lets you explore a home from the perspective of a young girl. As you wander through the house, you'll uncover secrets, solve puzzles, and interact with various objects. The game is designed to be a peaceful and meditative experience with no enemies or combat. Explore a large, detailed house full of secrets to uncover. Solve puzzles and challenges to progress. Interact with the various objects and learn their stories. Overall, At Home Alone Final is a charming and heartwarming game that will appeal to players of all ages. It's a perfect way to unwind and relax, and it's sure to leave you with a sense of nostalgia and wonder. At number 6 lies No More Room in Hell. This game immerses you in a brutal, unforgiving world overrun by the ravenous zombies. This first-person cooperative survival horror game demands teamwork and strategic thinking as you and other survivors find how to stay alive. Experience a challenging and rewarding survival horror experience with permadeath, limited resources, and deadly encounters with hordes of zombies. Also, teamwork is essential for survival. Work together to scavenge for supplies, secure objectives, and fight off the zombie hordes. Choose from various objective-based scenarios. Experience the dread of survival in endless waves, or try customized game modes with modified settings. Explore diverse environments from abandoned hospitals to eerie tunnels to infested streets and creepy buildings. No More Room in Hell is not for the faint of heart. It's a demanding and rewarding experience that will test your courage and cooperation skills. For those who crave a truly terrifying and immersive zombie experience, No More Room in Hell is a must-play. You might survive, but there's definitely no room for mistakes. At number 5 is Trick and Treat. Trick and Treat is a charming and light-hearted Halloween adventure game developed by Rabbiton. In Trick and Treat, you play as a young girl named Lily, who has stumbled upon a mysterious mansion while trick-or-treating. As you explore the mansion, you'll encounter various characters, solve puzzles, and uncover secrets. The game's atmosphere is spooky but not too scary, and it features a variety of humor and heartwarming moments. Trick and Treat is a point-and-click adventure game. You'll explore the mansion by clicking on the objects and interacting with characters. The game's puzzles are relatively simple and straightforward, but they're also creative and engaging. Overall, Trick or Treat is a charming and delightful Halloween adventure game that's perfect for players of all ages. It's a fun and engaging experience that's sure to put you in the Halloween spirit. Number 4 is Deceit. Deceit is an insanely popular multiplayer first-person shooter that combines elements of horror, suspense, and social deduction. Players are either innocent survivors or infected players. The goal is to either escape the facility or eliminate all the other players. Deceit takes place in a dark and creepy asylum filled with secrets and dangers. Players must explore the environment, gather clues, and work together to determine who the infected players are. The infected players can blend in with the survivors, but they must also be careful not to reveal their true identities. It's a fun and exciting game that's worth checking out if you're looking for a new multiplayer experience. At number 3 is Dark Deception. Dark Deception is a first-person horror maze game developed by Glowstick Entertainment. It was released in September 2018 for Microsoft Windows and Android. This game is set in a nightmarish realm where the players must navigate through a series of mazes while avoiding deadly traps and monsters. The player controls a character who is trapped in a dark and mysterious world. They must navigate through a series of mazes, each of which is filled with traps and monsters. The player must use their quick reactions and wits to avoid the traps and monsters, and make it to the end of the maze. The game is divided into a series of chapters, each of which is themed around a different horror movie trope. The chapters are progressively more difficult, and the players must unlock new abilities to progress. Number 2 on the list is Cry for Fear. Cry for Fear is a physiological horror game that follows the story of Simon, a young man who wakes up in a deserted town filled with horror creatures and nightmarish delusions. The game is set in a dark and atmospheric world, and it explores the theme of fear, madness, and human psyche. The player controls Simon as he explores the town, solving puzzles, fighting monsters, and trying to piece together the mystery of what happened to him. The game is primarily a first-person shooter, but it also includes elements of survival horror and adventure games. Cry of Fear has been praised for its atmosphere, its story, and its gameplay. The game has also been criticized for its difficulty and its length. However, Cry of Fear is a cult classic, and it's considered to be one of the best physiological horror games ever made. In conclusion, Cry of Fear is a dark and atmospheric horror game that will stay with you long after you finish playing it. It's a game for the fans of the genre, and is sure to appeal to anyone who enjoys physiological horror. Last but not least is Doki Doki Literature Club. I know the name's weird, but the game's amazing. This game is a 2017 freeware visual novel developed by an American independent game studio, Team Silhouette. This game was developed for Linux, Mac OS, and Windows. The game initially appears to be a light-hearted dating sim, but it takes a dark and disturbing turn as the story progresses. The game is known for its physiological horror elements, metafunctional storytelling, and exploration of mature themes such as depression, suicide, and self-harm. The player takes on the role of a new student at Sayori Academy, a high school in Japan. They join the school's literature club at the request of their childhood friend, Sayori. The club consists of Sayori, Yuri, Natsuki, and Monika, each with their own unique personality and interests. At first, the club's activities are harmless and lighthearted, such as writing poems, reading literature. However, as the story progresses, the game takes a very dark turn. The girl begins to exhibit strange and unsettling behavior, and the player starts to uncover dark secrets about the club and its members. The gameplay is primarily focused on reading text and making decisions. The player is presented with a series of choices throughout the game, and these choices can affect the game's narrative and ending. In addition to reading text, the player also participates in a number of minigames, such as writing a poem and playing a guessing game. These minigames are simple and easy to learn, but they add a bit of variety to the gameplay. Overall, Doki Doki Literature Club is a unique and thought-provoking game that is not for the faint of heart. The game's exploration of mature themes and its use of physiological horror elements makes it a truly memorable and unsettling experience. If you want more of these games, we have them listed on our website. The link is down in the description. So, those were our top 9 horror games on Steam. Download the game that caught your eye and let me know in the comments if this video helped you out. Thank you for watching this episode of Play Palette, and I'll see you in the next one.